Good evening, folks. I'm finally back. So, this is the best I could do for today. I've been feeling tired for the last 2 days, but we're gonna try to do some bonus games tonight. Our first bonus game of the night that I'll try to spend at least an hour or two is gonna be Final Fantasy XIV Online. Yes, Final Fantasy XIV Online. It took me at least 2 weeks just to get the leveling that I wanted done. So now we can finally experience the rest of the Shadowbringer story in Final Fantasy XIV without any interruptions. I don't know how long that's gonna take, but I'm just gonna enjoy it and let it play out as it goes along. Anyway, that's how we're gonna be doing first. So it's good to be back in the Final Fantasy route. So here we go. Let's not waste any time. Let's do this. So I already got Final Fantasy XIV playing in the background already. So we're just gonna get things started right away here. So, and let me make sure there's no background music playing for this. Okay, let's not have any background music playing here. I'm gonna let the game do its thing. So, I personally love Final Fantasy XIV Online. It may have taken Baldur's Gate 3 to get my interest back to this game, but I'm just glad that I'm still playing this game after all this time. And interestingly enough, my GPU usage did not go up too much by increasing the frame rate to this game to 80 frames. I don't know if the NVIDIA drivers or this game's recent update did something about it, but I'm glad the GPU is not being overused in this game. There's really nothing much going on here right now. There's not like over crazy visual effects going on right now. That should be making my GPU work really hard. But I'm glad that I'm finally back in this game. I also did redo my character's look a little bit. I finally added face wear to my character. I wish there were other face wears that I enjoyed getting in this game, but so far there's not that many. But this is one of the more better face wears that I try to do. I also tried to change the hairstyle as well, but there's not many other hairstyles that I enjoy. So this is the main look that I'm going with this character that I'm happy with. I also been very busy with the society quests in the game. When it comes to Heaven's Ward, I made it this far, and I think I need at least 2 more days before I witness the next story moment from these societal relations quest. I also did Stormblood as well, and when it comes to Shadowbringer itself, I only did unlock 1. I all know there's at least 2 more, but I'm not in a rush. I already did A Realm Reborn already. Ooh, this one took a while, but I was able to finish it. And I've achieved my goal. I got all my jobs to level 80. I'm not running behind on anything. It's all done. Thank God. This took so long, but hey, I'm happy. And also, I got a decent amount of gil now. 1.8 million. I only got this gil because of the duty roulettes that I did every day. It took 2 weeks just to get 2.5 million gil, but I used the gil just to do the crafting. I did level up some of my crafting just to get the gear for these jobs for my DPSs, healers, and tankers, but I'm happy that I did that. The next thing that I'll try to do, and hopefully not rush, is to get these Disciples of the Hand and Disciples of the Land to level 90 before Endwalker starts. It's always good to have these ahead of time, so that it's not difficult to craft things. But yeah, anyway, for those of you that are not too big of a fan of Final Fantasy XIV Online, we're only covering the main story here. If I was ever going to show you this game on screen live right now, it'll be for the main story. This game calls it the main scenario quest, and it usually involves characters and NPCs that have this icon right here, which really stands out. And that's what we're going to do. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. We're going to experience the rest of this story. So we're currently level 75 on this story, and the last one is around 80. So here we go. The last time we left off, just to give you a long story short, we just defeated one of the Sin Eater quote-unquote leaders in this region. So now we got a few more places to go, and our beloved Crystarium leader has been busy behind the scenes, to say the least. Anyway, Istola has something to say for us after we went through that adventure. Interestingly enough, Istola escaped death like 2 times now. Or was it 3 times? Either way, she was saved again. My gut feeling tells me that it's not going to be so fortunate the next time. Who knows? I don't know. But I won't be surprised. Anyway, we're just going to be bearing with it, which is what I've been doing for the last 2 weeks. The recent events plainly warrant further discussion. I think it best that we wait until Elfinode and the others are present. Emet Silk included. How convenient that he would choose this moment to keep to the shadows. Well, no matter. For the present, we should return to Fano and make certain of the Ilmoran's withdrawal. After that, Slitherbow. The Blessed are no doubt elated by what has become of the sky. Yes, we did fix the problem finally. Also, this is my favorite mount in this game when it comes to one-seater. Although at some point, I would definitely like to get a 2-seater or a 4-seater at the very least. Apparently there's an 8-seater mount in this game. 8! Honestly, even having a 2-seater or 4-seater would be very good, so you can at least bring in your, or help out new players to get into areas that they can't get to. That would be very nice. But I'm happy with this 1-seater mount. The emotes for this is also pretty adorable. Anyway, let's continue with the main story here. So we solved the problem for this region. There's no everlasting sky anymore. So yeah, I have no clue why the GPU was yeah, I have no clue why the GPU was like running really hard before, but it seems to be back to normal now. I think having my FPS limited to 80 is the best I can do. I don't want to make it go 90 or else the GPU is going to be going into 90% or 100%. I can tell because I can scroll my Discord program no problem. But anyway, let's do this. So we finally fixed the problem. Now we got something else to do. So we fixed the problem. There's voice acting in this game. There's no voice acting in this scene, but I assure you there is voice acting. I'm not gonna make the same call that I did back in A Realm Reborn and Heavensward. I'm gonna have the voice acting be left turned on, because if there is even a little bit of background voice acting, I want to hear that, because the text dialogue in the bottom, it doesn't show that. Anyway, I digress. You're returned, and unharmed, I see. Indeed. I am pleased to report that Light Warden is no more, thanks in large part to you. That the death of a single Sin Eater should make such a difference. As our numbers waned, so too did our hope that the ruins we have devoted our lives to guarding would ever find purpose. Yet here you are, the allies for whom we have waited these many centuries. And with your arrival came the chance to pass on our legacy, the ancient wisdom of the Empire. That alone would have been reward enough. Never did we imagine it would serve to banish the light that pervaded these woods. On behalf of the V's, our forebears, and the late Emperor of Runka, you have our deepest thanks. The game looks good, by the way. It is we who should be thanking you. Our journey through the Kitana Ravel proved most enlightening. To be privy to such knowledge is an honor, one for which we never hoped. Please, you need not be so humble. We but do our duty as decreed by the late Emperor. Would that he were still with us to express his gratitude in person. But sister, does this not mean our duty is fulfilled? To our allies, perhaps, but the ruins cannot be left unguarded. So long as we live here in these woods, the secrets of Ronka must not fall into the wrong hands. Is Runar still here? No. We escorted him back to Slitherbow shortly after you set out. If you would return to the Knights Blessed, we will not keep you any longer. I suspect they would be glad of your company. Thank you, Almet. I look forward to a day when we might share a more leisurely visit to the ruins of Ronka. We will await your return, then. Feels good to be back with the main plot. Okay, let's just quick travel back. So, which one needs the easiest XP? Which one needs the XP? Let's bring out our summoner. Why not?
Ah, you are returned, and none the worse for wear, I see.
It's nice to hear the voice acting again.
You needn't worry about us. What became of the Umoran soldiers, more importantly?
They turned tail and fled at the sight of the night sky. The children of the everlasting dark have also retreated back to Woven Oath. Try as they might, they could not deny the truth of their own eyes. The sunless sea of heaven, full of love and grace, where none need know pain or suffering. In that moment, when the sky's light began to wane, I knew our prayers had been answered, that we were doomed to face oblivion at life's end no longer. When first we met, I harbored certain suspicions about you. And now I see that I was right. You are the bringers of shadow, the warriors of darkness, the saviors for whom we have prayed for so long.
I suppose you're not entirely wrong, but we are not worthy of your reverence, nor have we any desire to be worshipped. If you would pray, pray for your children, that they may one day know a better world.
I will do as you say, but please, let us at least hold a feast to celebrate your victory. You deserve that much.
I did leveling for the last 2 weeks, a celebration of my victory, but thank you still.
I'm sorry, Runar, but there is still much to be done and scant time in which to do it. We must go. All of us. For we share the same path and the same fate.
So be it. I ask only that you hold us in your hearts, as we will hold you in ours. Now, and ever after. By the boundless dark, this I swear.
Touching. It's touching. Very touching. Let's continue on, shall we? Out of the wood. See, not one quest after, we are already level 76. It's a good thing I did spend the next 2 weeks just leveling. I had a feeling this would happen, but we became prepared. Though it pains me to leave, it is time I return with you and the others to the Crystarium. But before we go, might I speak with you in private? I'll await you in my chambers. Oh, how I wish you could stay. But I understand that duty calls, and you must answer. Each night when I gaze up at the sunless sea, I will think of you, of Master Matoya, and all you have done for the Knights Blessed. Safe travels, my friend, and may the shadows keep you. If this was Baldur's Gate 3, we would possibly have a romantic moment with Ishtola. I wish. Because the lighting in this game, at least on the PC version, is pretty good if your computer can handle it. Yeah, it looks like my GPU with all the background programs running is not that bad. Yeah, it's tolerable. At least he's not going to 100% all the time. So yeah, either going for 60 frame rate or 70 or 80, that's gonna be your pick. I think console's not too bad either, but I digress. Thank you for coming. I thought to keep my suspicions to myself, but after witnessing your victory at Ratika Falls, I fear they proved true, and so I must share them with you. From the first when we met at Fort Gone, your aether has appeared tainted, suffused with an overabundance of life, not unlike the Sin Eaters. When you defeated the Light Warden, those are the things that are keeping the everlasting light in this universe, I fear the light which poured forth from it was not negated by Hydaelyn's blessing. Rather, it was absorbed into your being. Orange also suspects as much, though he is unwilling to share his thoughts on the matter. One thing is certain. With every warden you defeat, the danger to you grows greater. Greater, perhaps, than we can imagine. If you begin to feel anything strange, anything at all, pray inform me at once. You should hurry before the others begin to worry. Once I have sorted my things here, I will join you. Okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. There is a quest here that almost missed my eye. We have a concerned mother. The disciple of the land. Oh boy. You know, I'm short on time already. I'll just remember to come here and check that out. I'll come check that out when I'm done with the main plot here, or at least some of it. But yeah, in this mountain of icons, I missed that, or maybe became unlocked after I did MSQ, because some of these quests do not unlock until you pass a certain main scenario quest. But long story short, I love this game. Probably the only MMO I'll ever play in a long while. I already put in so much time to this, in 1,300 hours, and I don't regret it. Alright, do we get another awesome cutscene before we set foot out of here? Great soundtrack. We took one last patrol of the perimeter. All things considered, Slitherbow remains relatively unscathed. Thanks to the antidote, all those who were poisoned will make a full recovery. And when the night sky returned, their prayers have at last been answered. Sorry to keep you all waiting. Shall we be off, then? Art thou certain this is best? I'll not deny there is a part of me that wishes I could stay. For 2 years I have lived with the Blessed, learned their culture, even going so far as to adopt Master Matoya's name as my own. I but prayed I did honor to it. I like that face she's making. Now is not the time for doubt or hesitation. Come, we must return to the Crystarium. Oh yes, I can't wait to see the Exarch again. See what the next storyline is gonna be. Okay. I've yet to see a cutscene where Emmet is gonna talk to Exarch and actually have a conversation. It's good to be back with this game. I don't know. Thought I couldn't play this game at 80 frames per second, but I can, and it doesn't put too much strain on my GPU. Looks good. Okay, Stola. Hopefully the others will arrive before long. I know he said he would be watching from the shadows, but doesn't it seem wrong to leave without at least telling him itself, he'll be fine. He always watches us. It's kind of like Batman, but he's not Batman. All things considered, it is hardly surprising that Alphinaud and Alize have yet to arrive. But where is the Exarch? My friends! It's good to see you all again. Alphinaud, it has been too long. I assume your presence here means you brought word of the Warden hiding in Ratika? Found and slain, you say? I should have known. Ylmor has but recently dispatched soldiers to all corners of Nordvrand to defend them. I am glad to see their efforts were wasted on the Greatwood. Speaking of Ylmor, what came of your meeting with Vautry? Yes, about that. It proved to be... Exarch, you mustn't push yourself. Your time away from the tower has clearly taken its toll. No doubt you are all tired as well, having traveled so far. Why don't we all take a much-needed rest before we discuss our findings? I thought to propose the very same. After your clash with the Warden, you deserve a chance to recuperate. It's settled then. We reconvene after everyone has had time to settle in. Yeah, in this expansion, I noticed a lot of returning to the inn. But there's nothing wrong with that. At least it's not like Stormblood, where you get a lot of cutscenes that says, "Meanwhile in X." But I enjoy it. Yeah, it took me a while to appreciate the MMO genre. It kind of depends on the game. Sure, this game... I've said before that this MMO plays it safe. But despite all of that, this game is still entertaining. I mean, look at the locations here. At least they're entertaining and they're very interesting to look at. And it's nice to have a game on my library that has a fantasy setting. Granted, fantasy setting is not for everyone. It really depends on your personal preferences. But I personally enjoy it. And the older you grow, the less time you have for gaming. I'm still fortunate to still have time for gaming, so it's nice to have a game that respects my free time. You don't have to grind this game a lot, but at least the game is very generous with the grind that you do. I mean, look at all these jobs. The duty roulettes that you do in this game are very generous. The big ones, the leveling, main scenario, alliance raid, and frontline, these are the ones that are gonna guarantee you to give a lot of XP, besides the other methods like the Wondrous Tales that you get level 50. But yeah, if you do all of these, which will take you at least an hour to, even when you get help, you do get a generous amount of XP and gil. Hi, Rel. Hey, Rel, it's good to see you, man. We are going to be doing other games like, I don't know, Siege or Marvel Rivals tonight. I just wanted to cover this game here. I don't know if you're an MMO person, Rel. I'm guessing you're not, but it's okay if you're not. But I personally like this game. You can play this game, Rel, on console. This game originally came out on PC first, and then it came out on PlayStation 5, and then it's now on Xbox now. So, yeah. Oh, DC Universe Online? I think I've heard of that at least once or twice, but I don't know much about it. I took a huge gamble with the MMO setting here. Wait a minute, Dimitri. Steam notification. I did not hear that, Dimitri. See, here's the thing about Steam notifications. It either works or it doesn't. I don't know why it's so inconsistent, but I digress. But yeah, Rel. So you play MMOs, Rel. Well, I'm gonna keep the long story short. When it comes to dailies, this game gives you a lot of XP if you do leveling, main scenario, alliance raids, and frontline. Frontline is PvP, but you don't need to be serious about this. The main thing about these is that they'll give you the XP. And what's good about this game, Rel, is, at least in my opinion, you can switch from a warrior to a summoner, or to a machinist, or a ninja at any time with the press of a button. You don't need to have 2 or 3 or 4 accounts at all. You can just have one account. Just one. So this game respects your free time. You don't have to do all of these jobs that you're seeing here, but I personally do it because I want to. Not only you got do tanks, healers, and DPSs, but you also got Disciples of the Hand and Disciples of the Land that you can do as well, which are crafting and gathering. It's just typical MMO stuff. And even though this game plays it safe, which is true, it's still an entertaining game. And I'm gonna show you a story moment. So Dimitri and Rel, if you guys want to stick by here, this game does have voice acting. Not all scenes have voice acting, but there is. So yeah, there's many things to do in MMO here. So yeah, I used to play this game with the voices turned off, but I put it on full volume now. Why does the game look orange? Because that's what the because that's what the area looks like. Because this is what the area looks like, isn't it? Wait a minute. Oh my god. Wait a minute. Why is this thing orange? You're absolutely right, Dimitri. Why is it looking orange? Why is it looking orange? Don't tell me this program is getting in the way. Why is this thing looking orange for some reason? Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Hold on a second. Let me just switch scenes here for you. It's a good thing you pointed that out. Look at this. Look at. I don't know if you can see the game clearly, but it's not orange compared to before and now. Look at this. It's not orange at all. Why is it orange for no reason? Yeah, look at this. It's not orange at all. But, why is it orange? Let me guess. Wait a minute. I think I might know what's causing it. Hey, Runton, it's good to see you, man. I think I know what's causing it. Is it fixed now? Is it fixed now? So, you guys deserve an explanation. I'll get to that Steam notification in a second. But I'm using that program called Flux. How many of you guys have ever heard of Flux? The only reason I'm using Flux is it reduces the screen glare, that sort of a thing. So this Flux is causing a problem. Oh, that's freaking wonderful. Okay. So yeah, the blue light. I used the Flux to reduce the blue light. So, I thought Flux wasn't gonna cause the whole thing to go badly like that, but it turns out it's getting in the way. Okay, so Rel and Rantanen, I want to make a test here because I don't want to make that same mistake again. Because I used that Flux to reduce blue light, which did help me considerably, but apparently it's also affecting what you guys are seeing as well, which I don't want. So I'm gonna turn this off. Okay, so I got the blue light settings turned off. So Rel. Yeah, so here's the thing. I could go to GeForce settings or NVIDIA to reduce the nightlight settings, but apparently this Windows nightlight settings here that I just looked up works just as well. The difference of blue light being reduced is considerable. But the thing I want to know is, do you guys see it up on this screen as you're watching? So I want to know this right now, so this is not going to be a problem in the future. So if you guys would have said something sooner, I would have checked it out immediately, because I was surprised, as you are. Anyway, what I'm gonna do here, Rel, is I want you to pay attention. I'm gonna turn on the nightlight settings that Windows provides, and I want you to see if you notice any difference at all to this screen that you're watching right now. Because when I turned this on the first time, it's a lot easier in my eyes. Anyway, here we go. I just turned it on. Do you guys notice any difference at all in this screen here? Do you notice the screen going orange or any other color? Nothing? Nothing? Okay, good. Because I'm going to rely on this nightlight settings here that Windows provides. It's just to reduce the blue light coming from the monitor. So, just to illustrate, by the way. Just look at the, So, just look at the, I am using a webcam on the side here so I can show you the difference. You can't see it when I'm showing my display here, but you should notice it. So, I'm going to turn it off. Look at the difference here. Look at the blue light coming from this monitor here. I'm going to turn it off now. Notice the monitor going much brighter. Oh, I don't know if the camera is good enough to point that out, but do you notice how much brighter it looks when you turn it off? But when I turn it on, it's not as bright. That's why I was using that FLux program for so long, because I thought it was helping me, but apparently it was affecting your point of view as well. So my apologies for causing that to go off for so long. So I have no choice but to turn that off. Interestingly enough, that same FLux program was also causing my mouse cursor not to appear in certain games, which also did not help matters. But anyway, I'm glad to know that these nightlight settings is helping me. Oh, this is so useful. I'm gonna keep this turned on for forever. I think you can even adjust the strength of this nightlight setting as well. Very useful. I should have known Windows had this, but better late than never. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, the setting here. So my apologies for showing off that orange color. That wasn't my intention. I thought it was fine because nobody said anything. But anyway, this thing in the past now. And here's another thing. I'm just delaying this a little longer. If I ever get any gifts or anything like that, for some reason, this Steam notification, I don't hear it. I did not turn it off, by the way. I just don't hear it for some reason. Is there timestamps for game switches? Unfortunately, no, Rel. But if you are on your browser, you can probably go to the VOD, or in YouTube when I upload this VOD, you can just fast forward and you see a different game. So, this is the best I can do. Anyway. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Rel. I remember playing the first Joyville. It was disappointing. And they made a second one. It's another Puppy Playtime knockoff. They made a second one. There was no announcement for this, by the way. Wow, they made a second one. Oh boy. Okay. Yay. Gee, let's see how bad this is. Or let's see how bad and disappointed this is gonna be. But yeah, Rel, when it comes to Ready or Not, I don't have this Dark Waters DLC yet. It costs like $12, but I hope to try this at some point. I wish I could host Dark Waters soon. It's still on my wish list here. I want to host this with Night and stuff like that. But anyway. Anyway, Rel. What I was trying to say is, before you guys rightfully pointed out the issues there. I remember playing the first Joy of it. It was disappointing, but I digress. So yeah, Rel. Before that orange screen problem popped up, you can switch to any job for the click of a button, especially with these HUDs here. So you can switch to a miner or to a paladin or a dark knight at the press of a button. So you don't need to create multiple accounts. You can just have one account, which is very nice. This game is already time-consuming enough. So if you're an MMO person, this game, it might be for you, maybe. It has a fantasy setting, like I said before. Fun fact, this game almost bankrupted Square Enix. I'm not kidding. This game almost bankrupted Square Enix. The long story short is, the original release for this game back in 2010 was a disaster, to say the least. But but a new director for this game came forward. 2-3 years later, they made a successful relaunch. So this game has been going solid ever since. Anyway, I'm gonna play another cutscene for you here to continue on the story. Neverwinter, are you talking about Neverwinter Nights, Rail? Or is this a different game altogether? Because I've heard of Neverwinter Nights but I never played it. Is Neverwinter different? Because that's the only thing that comes into my mind. Let me take a quick drink here. But yeah, Neverwinter Nights? Is that what you're talking about? Or Neverwinter? Either way, I never played them. But I've heard of Neverwinter Nights. Anyway, here we go. So here we go. We got another story cutscene here, Rel. It's just, I think it's gonna be with just one character. But hopefully this will be good first impression for you if you like MMOs or single player stories. Here we go. Welcome back, sir. Return from a lengthy excursion, I take it. Well, your room has been made ready. If you'd care to retire. Here we go. Very good. I pray you sound sleep and pleasant dreams.
So there's a light sealed inside you, is there? You wouldn't know it from the outside. You look the same as you ever did to me.
And what if that changes? What if it overwhelms me?
I'm damned if I know. It's not as if I can lift a finger to help myself, much less you.
I have played Skyrim, Rel. I have it on my Steam library. I think I played for like an hour where a dragon attacks the camp. I don't know much after that. I have yet to do a full playthrough of that. But I do have and played Skyrim. It's still in my Steam library. I also have Oblivion as well.
Have faith in your friends, look out for them, and hope that they look out for you. What more can you do? Think he was telling the truth? Emmett, I mean. All that rot about Hydaelyn being no different from any other primal. If so, what would that make her blessing? Are we just slaves to her will? Let's pay him no mind. Lies the Ascians stock in trade.
The Cardassians would argue to that. I don't know if anybody knows. Does anybody know who the Cardassians are? If not, I will tell you.
Villains, heroes. All a matter of perspective, they'd have you believe. One man's fond memory, another's waking nightmare. Me, I'm no saint or savior. Just another sinner. And I know damn well I'm in no position to judge.
And by the way, Rel, I'm playing this game on PC with the maximum graphics settings. Not bad for a 10-plus-year-old MMO. Not too bad.
When I saw the people of Slitherbow look up at the sky and celebrate the return of the dark, felt good. It was moments like that that I cherished. Much more than the thrill of adventure. The quiet after the storm.
Give me a second here. I just need to pull up my browser because I had to pull up OBS here to fix that problem. You're welcome.
I always took comfort in that.
Meanwhile, in Garlemald... the Empire.
What did the scouts have to report?
Several skirmishes, but nothing of consequence. The fighting seems to have taken its toll on both sides.
I love this noir-looking scene here. So yeah, Rael, I don't know what you think of these cutscenes and characters. There's some context here that you don't know, but at least for first impressions, it should be interesting at least for an MMO. But anyway, let's keep going.
A stalemate, then. The Alliance has done well to hold the line for so long. But then they did have Ishgardian reinforcements.
Nevertheless, neither side has any appetite for a prolonged engagement.
Yeah, I love the lighting here. I bet this location will come across later, but it looks good. Very noir looking.
'Tis but the calm before the storm. And should the Empire choose to bring their full might to bear?
To say nothing of Black Rose. All the more reason to hasten our search. How close are your people to identifying our next target?
Close enough, though I have received some troubling intelligence. One of our generals posted to the Alamegan front recently disappeared without trace from the battlefield at Gimlet Dark.
Odd. Dead seems unlikely. Fled less so. I wonder where he'll turn up.
Were I a betting man, I would say here, in the capital. Not that any deserter who valued his life would contemplate returning, but a corpse might, given the right encouragement.
In the manner of his royal remains, you mean?
Elidibus plainly has no need of a new host, so the question becomes who? It may be that another player has joined the game. Something to consider at any rate. But come, there is work to be done.
These bloodless games make for poor sport. Mayhap if father... Nay. I am a stranger to him in this body. Besides, there is but one hand that can make me whole again. My enemy. My friend. I know not what entertainment occupies you, but if you will not clear the way for me, then I shall seize the reins of fate once more.
Gotta love it how some characters are talking to themselves out loud. I love it. So this is where we're gonna be, probably gonna be going eventually. Cool. Oh, there's a battle, huh? Okay. But by the way, Rel, you are welcome to join us in Marvel Rivals, by the way, if you have that game still on PC or console. I enjoy that game. I've been trying to find more time to practice on that, but I wanted to cover this because it's been so long that I haven't had a chance to experience the story for this game, to give me incentive to go on. But yeah, Rel, and you guys, I don't know what you guys think of this game, but the story is engaging. But yeah, Joyville is out again. 19 gigabytes, Jesus. And it's already getting mixed reviews. Why am I not surprised? Anyway, let's continue on and see how much more of the story we can do here. We already reached level 76, surprisingly. Let's do Dragoon, because that's the lowest I see here. Okay. When it rains. Oh, this better be good. I suspected that you might be awake. You could scarce imagine you sleeping through such a commotion. An entire host of Sin Eaters appears to be advancing upon the Crystarium. Emergency measures are being taken as we speak. Rest assured, however, that we are safe so long as we remain under the Crystal Towers' aegis. You may return to your quarters if you wish. Yes, I thought you might feel that way. I cannot say that your assistance would be anything less than welcome. I must remain here to disseminate information to the other residents, but you are under no such obligation, and thus free to aid any of the townsfolk who may be in distress. The Excedra... Hold on. Rantanen, are you still there? Rantanen, if you are still there, thank you. I'm glad to see you here again. I'm pointing that issue out. So, Rantanen, I know it's been a while, but does a game like Marvel Rivals interest you? Because I like that game. Void Crew is also fun, even if it's casual, as long as Starship Troopers or Rainbow Six Siege. So it's good to see a name here again. So, yeah, my mind was racing when you pointed that issue, and I saw some random names pop up here again. But yeah, Marvel Rivals, if you like that game, Rantanen, good. But if it's not, then it's okay. But at least you can play that game when it's not region locked. Anyway. The Excedra tends to become a point of congregation in times of need, crowded with those seeking solace in companionship. You would have my personal gratitude if you would offer succor to those there. Okay, so the Hunter's Legacy. Okay, so there are some side quests here, but these are not something we're going to worry about right now. Oh yeah, we get completely different music because of that situation right now. Cool. Yeah, there are some interesting social hubs in this game. You got this, and you also got Hingashi, which is definitely Japanese looking. But anyway, here we go. Oh, what do we got? Oh, Inyo! I've only just returned from Amarang, yet I find the Crystarium moments from being beset by Sin Eaters. Where are they coming from? This shouldn't be possible. We restored the darkness. Yeah, it's a good question. Well, this is a fortunate coincidence. Brother, tell me of some idea why this is happening. I may, but for the moment we'll need to postpone such discussions in favor of action. The Crystal Exarch is preparing to deploy a barrier on the Crystarium as we speak. Ensuring that he is able to do so be our first concern. There are a number of instruments placed about the Crystarium that function as anchors for the barrier. I'm on my way to activate them now. In which case, 3 pairs of hands will be better than 1? Very well, I'll take the ones to the south. I shall deal with the northern apparatus then. Will you handle the western too? They are ensconced on platforms extending from the upper level to the Aetheryte Plaza. So yeah, the plot, if you've been following along so far, it's very interesting. You can also run, which you just click on a sprint ability here, and it lasts for about 20 seconds when you're not in combat. This game is pretty generous with quick travels, so it doesn't feel tedious when you come back here again and again when it comes to non-plot reasons. Yeah, there's like a 30-40 second cooldown. Am I going the right way? Okay. Yeah, I always thought the screen going orange was never a problem, but it turns out it is affecting you guys as well. So, yeah, my bad. Oh, it's on the it's on the upper level. Oh boy. It's not always clear where that thing is, so we have to go up there. So the Crystalline Mean is probably going to be the closest teleporter. Once you play through these social hubs enough times, you know where to go. There should be a platform there. Oh yeah, I gotta... I wish I could use my mount to go faster, but this is the only way. Normally I would not go to this spot of the social hub, but we got a plot. Kind of a light show we're gonna get with this anchor here. Okay. Okay, here we go. What's gonna happen? Oh, we're gonna go to the other side. Okay. You know, you can adjust the HUD. I think in DC Universe you can do the same thing more or less. But yeah, you can adjust the HUD however you want, like where you want certain abilities, actions, or traits you want them to be. Same thing for PvP as well. Okay, one more. Okay. I don't know if that bear is actually
sighted! They're coming!
I'm not sure if that bear is gonna hold. Hey, Ruzukin, good to see you again, man. I didn't forget about ABB.
Excellent. The barrier is holding.
I don't know. The bear, when it comes to any story-related stuff that involves barriers, usually it's not too good to be true. But yeah, Ruzukin, this game does have voice acting, believe it or not. You're hearing it right now. When it comes to other cutscenes that doesn't have voice acting, I narrate over them. Anyway, it's good to see you, Ruzukin. Merry Christmas. Yeah, I tried out that ABB game again. It's more or less a little better since the anti-cheat is finally online. But yeah, I'm not too crazy about that game at the moment. Anyway.
That's good news for the Crystarian, but what of the rest of Lakeland?
Yeah.
Lena and the city guard have taken to the field. Thancred and the others have already joined them. Let us do the same.
Well, the shield is actually holding. That is interesting. I don't blame you, Ruzukin. I really don't blame you because APP is a tough game to love. I mean, sure, it has some good things in it, but yeah, I mean, it's not. It's kind of like it's one of those games where you can only play it once in a while. I mean, I think APP Reloaded has already gone to the point of no return. I would like to have a Cops and Robbers game that's actually good, but I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, they're trying to bring people back with new content, Ruzukin, and the anti-cheat is online, but I don't know. I don't play it as much like I used to. I had my good moments about it, but yeah. Anyway, Ruzukin, I like this MMO here. The visuals are great. Look at the lighting here. This is like a duty instance marker, obviously, but look at the lighting. It's amazing. I'm playing this MMO on the highest graphic settings here. I've heard of PoE 2, Ruzukin, but because I'm already committed to this MMO here, I can't commit myself to another one, unfortunately. There's already so many things to do in an MMO, but I personally like this fantasy setting. So, yeah. It took me a while to level up all these jobs because I wanted to level 80. And now that's why you see me do the story for this game again. But Rugzukin, I do have a suggestion for you. Marvel Rivals, Rugzukin. I hope you find this game fun. It's one of it's I thought Overwatch 2 was fun. It's not, but Marvel Rivals is decent. And that's something you should try, Rugzukin, if you haven't yet. It's free, so I personally find it fun, and I play as a strategist. Uno is now being taken over by a completely different dev company now, so hopefully they'll do some quality of life fixes that people have been waiting for years on this game. Void Crew is also fun. I've been meaning to try Civilization 6, but not yet. But I also got Russian roulette games as well to do. Anyway, let's do this duty instance here. Yeah, well, Rugzukin, I don't know if hero shooters are for you, but at least I find Marvel Rivals fun compared to Overwatch. But even then, I don't know if you like it or not. But my word is, try it. It doesn't hurt to try. Anyway, we ought to join the Vanguard as soon as possible. The Deep Space Vanguard. No, if the number of eaters we just saw is any indication, we'll be facing a formidable host. It's 40 gigabytes, Rugzukin. 40 to 50 gigabytes. Just letting you know, Rugzukin. And I recommend you put it on medium settings. The GPU will run hard. It doesn't hurt to try, Rugzukin. That game has a casual setting and a competitive setting. But even then, I don't know if you like it or not. Anyway, we gotta do the instance here in this MMO. Here we go. You would think this is a dungeon, but it's not. What a lovely weather. Just what we needed. It seems the battle has already begun in earnest. Make haste! You get a single-player story in this game, Zukin, but it's not for everybody. Okay. Can we fly or no? Can we fly or no? I don't think we can. Nope, we can't use our mount.
Let's give it our all.
Is at hand.
Okay. Okay. Thank God I leveled up everything, so I'm doing this much better now. Causing more damage. Okay, I like the environments for this game, Zukin. But, again, it's personal preference. Oh, we can't save them? Okay. Technically, Rugzukin, this game is free as well, but there's a subscription like World of Warcraft. So it really depends how interested you are in this game. Maybe I should have done this as a healer. Yeah, I should have done this as a healer. Yeah, technically, yeah, this is a sub-based game, Rizuken, but at least the free trial version exists. So that way you can at least try the game, even though there's restrictions. You can go up to level 70, but again, it still depends how interested you are. But I personally like this game. At least you get what you pay for when it comes to this game. But again, can't force people into something that they are not interested in. Alrighty. Okay. At least we know where to go. So, what's causing the Sea Eaters to come out when the Everlasting Sky is gone? I wonder what's causing this now. This game, when it first came out, like I said before, it almost bankrupted the company. But they made a comeback, and it's been solid ever since. Final Fantasy character Clive? No, I'm not familiar with that. I am not a huge Final Fantasy fan, so I don't know all the characters. But at least I know some characters. But what about her? Is they making a PoE 2 crossover or something?
I shall protect thee.
Clive Rosfield got added to the Tekken franchise.
The day you crossed my path.
Clive Rosfield is now a Tekken character? Here's the funny thing, Rugzuken. You know what's funny, Rugzuken? I tried Tekken 8. It was gifted to me, but I did not like Tekken 8 at all. Oh. I tried Tekken 8, but the game's first impressions on the main menu and how to play the game wasn't very good. At least Street Fighter is something that I prefer more because at least has a better first impression, especially when it comes to the controls. So yeah, unfortunately, not only that, but some other questionable decisions by the Tekken 8 developers also kind of steered me away from that game, sadly. Yeah. Yeah, the game doesn't tell you anything on how to play the game and stuff like. I didn't do a tutorial yet, but there's no such thing as classic controls or modern controls, nothing like that. So if you are a player who doesn't know anything about fighting games, Tekken 8 doesn't have a very good first impression. At least that's what I saw there. And none of the characters really stick out either, Rugzuken. Sure, there are some familiar characters that I've seen in other Tekken games, but none of them really stick out. The difficulty, I don't mind, Rugzuken, but as a first impression type of a game, I was not that interested. Like, how do you fight? Like, any of the characters stick out? Nope, nothing really stood out in Tekken 8. And I can't say about the previous games, but I can say about Tekken 8. At least Street Fighter has a better first impression before you know the difficulty of the fighting, but yeah. Oh, we got a cutscene here. So, it is as we feared. But our task is, as ever was, turn the tide. So. Okay. Okay. At a circle. Okay. Who is leading this fight? We don't know. But like I said before, Uzuki, when I look at Tekken 8, even its first impressions, yeah, no. I did not care about any of that. I didn't even realize Tekken was more difficult, but I was just looking at the first impressions. I haven't had the chance to play Street Fighter yet, but if I'm in the mood, I do want to play that. Tekken 8, I have no feelings at all. I don't mind difficulty. I mean, look at Baldur's Gate 3, Ruzuki. I am not a D&D type of person. I don't know the controls or the abilities, but at least I was able to play the game on normal difficulty, and I was able to get through it. So the difficulty is not really a big problem for me. That's the game makes you care about learning it and stuff like that. Tekken 8 unfortunately did not. Aw, thanks Google Maps. We finally have gifted subs again. Thank you. Yeah, Ruxokin, yeah, I know. Yeah, I remember seeing that. There's nothing to make it easy for new players or anything like that. I also heard about the controversy with what the devs did on Tekken 8, which didn't help matters either. You probably heard, if you know about that, Ruzukin. So, yeah, that didn't help matters either. I'm not saying the game should be catered to just casuals, but at least have a decent first impression, that sort of a thing. Tekken 8 did not show that at all. Even when I played that game gifted to me, I just refunded it. I'm pretty sure that game has been refunded by now, but if I still have that game on my Steam library, I'll give it another go. But I'm pretty sure I refunded that game. Forgiven hypocrisy. Oh, this must be the big bad guy then. Oh. Yeah, these are the bad guys of this expansion. Okay. It's a long story to them, but yeah, this game has lots of fans to it. I don't know about PoE 2, Phantasy Star Online 2 was looking. I never played that game. Only thing I have to go by are the pictures that are on the Steam page. The only Phantasy Star games that I know are the Sega Genesis games. Ever heard of those, Ruzukin? Phantasy Star 2? They were like the main competitor to Final Fantasy even back then. Yes, Phantasy Star existed back in the 90s and 80s as the Sega Genesis, in the Sega Genesis platform. I only know this because I watched a review. Oh, thanks, Dust Switch. Thank you. We got gifted subs going on again. Thank you. I wish there were more people that would do that so we can get a high train point again. Oh, thank you. So, we have a quote-unquote boss battle here. Oh.
If naught else will suffice, my strength is yours.
May the 12 guide you.
Ruxukin gets the gifted sub as well. Thank you.
Shall grant me succor.
Just in time for Christmas. Thank you.
With heart and steel.
Oh. Give me a second here. I have an idea. Okay, let's finish this. I think we're almost done with this boss. That's it. Okay, that was relatively straightforward. Alright. Why are they attacking now? Let's find out. Nice move.
There are so many. Ah, God damn it! Leader! Yeah! Lena, hold on.
They turned on me.
What do you mean? Oh, it's you.
This one is mine!
Absolute chaos. And there's nothing he can do.
We need only hold out a little while longer. Reinforcements are coming, remember? The captain said so. We're going to be all right.
Jesus Christ. Terrible battle.
Run! Run, damn you!
The Warrior of Darkness has returned. The Bloody Knight has returned. So stay with me, eh? You can't go dying now.
God damn it!
Please let this work. Please let this work.
Nothing he can do. Ugh.
No. No, no. Stay back. Stay back.
Help! Help! Anyone!
Why did you spare me? Why? What have I done to deserve this mercy?
Forward! Forward! If you can still hold a sword, follow me! Wounded to the rear! Weapons at the ready! Let's make this count!
Fight and struggle. Seek salvation by your own hands. Though the losses be grave, endure them. Though the victories be
Look at the
hollow,
camel work, Uzukin. It's
claim
amazing.
them.
I don't know about Phantasy Star Online 2. I can't say anything about that game, but I love the camera work and the main story execution in this game. It gets better as time goes on. Sure, it's not free, but you get what you pay for. Nice world, by the way. Graphically, this game has stood the test of time. So they did make some of the... They did make the characters, textures, and all that stuff better, and I'm happy about that. Yeah, speaking of which, I'm trying to remember something. I remember something. No. What am I forgetting? What am I forgetting? Oh yeah, Phantasy Star Online 2. Again, the only thing I know about that game is just on the Steam page alone, so I can't really say much about this game. And this game, this franchise did exist back in the Sega Genesis days. Why are the mixed reviews recently? I don't know. And I mean, yeah, it has its own art style and world building on it, but yeah. Oh. Oh, thank you. Siri Bucket's a sub. Okay. You know, so Rugzukin, I just remembered what I want to do here. I want to make this a little interesting, okay? I hope Dimitri's watching. Dimitri better be watching or at least listening to this. But I have a goal that I'm not going to change the number of anymore. But we're going to make a goal here. I know I've said this before, but I'll say this again. Remedy will enjoy this. League of Legends. Rugzukin, witness as you see me get frustrated by League of Legends. The goal to reach is 25 subs. We're currently at 9 right now. If you help me reach 25, not only that will guarantee me get a payout, but you'll see me get frustrated at League of Legends. And I have played that game before. Yeah. To make this interesting, I want to pledge this now. If this goal is met, I will reluctantly play League of Legends for at least 2 to 4 hours. Put that in writing, folks. At least 2 to 4 hours. And I have to start early that day to make it happen. So, if you reach 25 subs, we are currently at 9. If I reach 25, I will reluctantly play League of Legends for at least 2 to 4 hours. Not 1 hour, not 30 minutes, 2 hours minimum. Anyway, back to Final Fantasy XIV Online. The Shadowbringer story in this game is pretty interesting so far. Sure, this game, like I said before, is not free, but you get what you pay for. I did my best in the last 2 to 3 weeks to level up all these jobs from level 70 to 80. 74 to 80, sorry. And I got them all. I also did Society Quest for fun on the side. Heaven's Word, Stormblood. Yeah, I've been making progress. And this game looks pretty good. We also finally fixed that orange-looking problem with the screen. Apparently that F-Lux program, like I said before, was causing everything to go orange. I thought it was just on my screen, but it apparently was causing problems for you guys as well. Wow. Anyway, enough talk. Let's continue with the story. What is the aftermath of this? It seems we've driven them back. For the time being, at least. The wounded have been collected and are undergoing treatment now. Once they're ready to be moved, we'll have them carried back to the Equestrium. The dead as well, of course. Those whose bodies remain, anyway. Okay, let's continue with the story here. I still got some time. Word from on high. The others are helping to treat the wounded. I'm planning to assist in moving them, but even so, we simply don't have enough hands. Thank you, anonymous gifter. Thank you. I'm sure you're fit to fall over after we've been through. Gods know I am. But if you could see to a few of the patients, it would be an enormous help. Captain Lena is about somewhere, so you might also consider asking her if there are any other outstanding areas of need. We'll talk later. We can finally tend to the wounded and fly. So yeah, this is the main scenario quest if you're still watching Rugzukin. I don't know what Fantasy Star Online 2 is like. I didn't look beyond the surface of the store page, but I'm pretty sure it does some things differently or similarly like this game does. Yeah. By the way, so Rugzukin, if you're still watching, does Phantasy Star Online 2 have its own share of mounts that you can do and fly in the game? Because in Final Fantasy 14, you can use your mounts and you can also fly in this game once you have access to it. So yeah, I have this cute-looking dog as a mount. It's my favorite mount in the game now. You can have 1 seat mounts, 2 seat mounts, 4 seat mounts, or even 8 seat mounts in this game. I didn't even know about the 8 seat mounts. I had to go to the online store to find out about that. But that's pretty generous. You can have 8 players in a mount. Pretty cool. And this one has emotes. One more time. Aw, cute. A flying Shiba. Anyway. Trembling guard. Yeah, I killed her. Ugh. Yeah, the story in this universe is pretty bad. It's very morbid, to say the least. They get turned into these monsters after you die. There's no dead body, but you get turned into one of those things. Ugh, terrible. Terrible, terrible fate. I don't know what's worse. Wait, Lena's still alive? Oh, okay.
Oh, I did not see you there. Is there something you need?
Surprised you're alive. No, I'm fine. How are you feeling?
Injuries are part and parcel of battle. While there's breath in my lungs, I shall see my duties done. Don't pretend you're not of the same mind. You fought well today. Saved a great many lives. Thank you.
Bet we couldn't save everybody.
Unfortunately, this war is far from over. We must replenish our ranks and shore up our defenses before they attack again.
Was this an inside job?
Now, if you will excuse me.
How did they turn? Yeah, you're not. I don't think you are in the mood for fighting right now.
I am fine.
Sure.
Completely and utterly fine. Better than fine. Hale and hearty and still alive to mourn those who are not. Who I failed to protect when they needed me most.
I like that. I like that last line there, the delivery. I would have done the same.
We've come so far, so goddamn far! I could have sworn the end was in sight, and now... Now they will never see it.
War is always terrible. It doesn't even matter if you're in the winning side.
Impudent worms of the Crystarium!
Oh, it's him.
The tragedy that has befallen you is of your own making. Divine retribution for your defiance.
Ah, love propaganda.
The heavens have bequeathed to you a benevolent savior, me. I offer you freedom from pain and suffering. A paradise where man and sin-eater might live in peace and harmony. Why, already, our winged brothers and sisters regard me and mine as kin, alike to them in beauty and purity.
Vautry sounds like the Dominion. Make allies, and then they will quickly throw you away as soon as you're not an ally of them anymore. I digress.
But you not only reject my prophet hand, but raise your own against my senators. But it's only right that they respond in kind.
I don't think they are your sin eaters.
Let this be a lesson to all those who would walk the path of sin. The wicked shall not inherit this world!
We'll see about that. We'll see about that. Okay, let's continue on, shall we? Okay, continuing on with Lena. Walter's ship is already gone. How flattering they came all this way just to give his little speech. I apologize for my earlier outburst. Rest assured that I have no intention of allowing any of my wounds to affect the performance of my duties. Especially not now. If I may, could I ask that you seek out Thancred and Minfilia for me? They endangered themselves on my behalf, and I would feel better knowing that they are well looked after. Thancred, in particular, sustained quite an injury from that Sin Eater. I would not be surprised if he were in Sperguricus still. Please, give them my thanks. So I still have Wednesday and Thursday, so I can probably check out that Joyville 2 game in the next day or two. So, yeah. Or we can do something else tonight. That's my guess. Wait a minute, where's Thancred? Oh, we're back to Crystarium. Well, okay. Okay. Is Thancred up here? Alright, it's gonna play down here. We got some sad music playing now. Where is Thancred? I thought he's up the stairs, but hold on. I thought he's up the stairs. Should be... Nope. Visible wall. Where is Thancred? Can't be that many places left to look for. If you're new to these places, you're not gonna know where to go the first time. It's gonna take you a while. But at least these are not too difficult to navigate once you eventually know. Oh, if there's that... Wait a minute, there's that little shop there, so that has to be it. Yep, Yep, I missed that completely. It's in that store or place, yeah. Missed that the first time, okay. Alright, how's Thancred holding up? You're here for me. I'm sorry to put you in trouble, and fine. Really. The Eater landed unfortunately a solid blow, but the healers here have done wonders. I'm more worried about Minfilia. She's not taking it well. Could I ask you to speak with her? My attempts to reach out seem to have had the opposite effect. She's gone off to the oratorium, ostensibly to fetch herbs for Chesamil, but just talk to her, will you? Okay. Okay, so... is that the Crystalline Mean or Cabinet of Curiosity? It's gonna be one of those two. Okay. Let's try Crystalline... Oh, no. Let's try Crystalline Mean. Oh, no, it's on a lower level. So, probably Cabinet of Curiosity. Yep, right over here. This game does have some nice locations, and they do offer some nice color changes for every once in a while. The last time I was here were role quests, but anyway. Oh, what are you doing here? Thancred. It's my fault, you know. I jumped at the chance to help Lena, but I was careless. And now, it's my fault. You can make up for it by being there for him. Are you sure? I brought him nothing but trouble thus far. And what if it's worse next time? All I do is make mistakes, put others in danger. I'm sure that he'll resent me for being this weak. Maybe he already does. But you're right. I can still help. If only by seeing these herbs safely to Chesamil. There are only 2 left on the list, but I'll need to ask about this one. I've looked high and low, but I can't seem to find it anywhere. Would you mind collecting the other? I would hate to delay any longer than I already have. You're looking for something with soft leaves that's very fragrant, in an unmistakably medicinal way, I was told. We need only 2 sprigs or so. Once you've got them, you can bring them directly to Chesamil. Whoever gets there first can explain that the other will be back shortly. Thank you. I appreciate the help. Okay. 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 Yeah, the game does make it easy for you to know what to grab with these visual cues, so you're not gonna spending time forever looking for them. Okay, what about this one? Okay, it's not that one either. What about over here? Nope. Yeah, there's a visual cue. Should be... Oh, there you go. There's another one. Maybe this one? Okay. Okay, back to Thancred. I've been waiting for this for 2 to 3 weeks. So it's nice to see the continuation of this little story. Okay, I have to go back to this nightlight setting. I need to... Okay, let's turn that there. Okay. Oh, wrong way. By the way, this nightlight really does help. And I'm glad to know that it's not affecting you guys anymore. Okay, the Dussel Gate. These little character moments are interesting. Especially for the main story. Ah, Minfilia told me that you'd be bringing the rest. Hold on a second. Let's see what these two have to say. I see you got roped into helping. Some things never change, eh? I asked someone who looked like they knew what they were doing, and they pointed me toward the herb I was looking for right away. I hope you didn't have too much trouble with yours. Okay. Okay, let's do that. Marvelous. With this, I can replenish our store of medicines. We're struggling to keep up with the number of wounded that are being brought in. I wasn't in the field, but it doesn't matter. Patients' faces make plain that it was a horrible battle. And we're still fighting it, I suppose. Though with bitter medicine rather than sharp steel. But we will win. I promise you that. It seems that I owe you an apology for dragging you to yet another battlefield, when you've just come off the front lines. In both cases, I'm sure your efforts saved more than a few. With Spagrix... Oh boy, I'm trying to pronounce this one. Sparix? Ugh. Sparix in good working order. Sparix, I'm just gonna call it that. Sparix. Sparix in working order, the Crystarium's people will be well cared for. More lie ahead, of course. Battles only you can fight. Not that we intend to let you do it alone, but that's a matter to discuss with the Exarch. You know the Exarch? We do. Was there something you needed? I need you to tell him something for me. My dearest friend, you see. He was there on the battlefield with me. But only the one of us is here to speak of it. At the end, before the wound killed him, I heard his dying words. I never knew that our world was this beautiful, he told me. I'm so glad that I got to see the night sky. I don't know how the Exarch feels about what happened out there. I don't know if what Vautry said is true. If our losses were just our deserts, and we doom ourselves to worse by continuing to fight this fight. But I believe in the Warrior of Darkness. In the Crystal Exarch, I don't think what they've done is wrong. And I don't think we're wrong to fight with them, either. My friend, he smiled in the end. Just as he smiled when he raised his glass to celebrate the return of the night. That's how I want to remember him. So I want to tell the Exarch. Don't give up. Don't give in. Please. We'll tell him. You have my word. Alright. I was waiting for that cutscene with the Exarch, so we might finally have it this time. If I were stronger, how many people would still be alive? Don't worry about the wounded, sweetie. We'll make sure they do not want for care. The best way out. Oh, we get a headgear coffer. Okay. If you're ready, why not go on ahead to the Ocular? You can keep the Exarch company while I fetch Alfinode. Don't worry, I mean to borrow the swiftest Amaro I can find, so it shouldn't keep you long. Be sure to pass on that message, eh? Okay, we can finally talk to the Crystal Exarch now. I've been waiting for this for weeks. I was thinking we could talk about what happened at the Raktika, but nope. We got another battle here with Vautry. Alright. Alright, Exarch. Welcome, my friend. Tales of your heroism in the battlefield precede you, though I confess, I found them more gladdening than surprising. I hear no few of our people have you to thank for plucking them from the jaws of death. Would that they had not needed saving to begin with, but the responsibility for that lies with me. One of our soldiers said that? Thank you. Rest assured that I fully intend to continue our work. I will not shrink from what must be done. Now, least of all, though I mourn the lost, I will not lose myself to grief. And even should regret be my constant companion, I will follow the path I have chosen to its end. We have some time before the others arrive. We'd like to talk. And if I were to confess any doubts I might harbor, no one need ever know? No. I believe you have enough burdens without my adding to them. Nevertheless, thank you. Here we go.
My friends, with your aid, we have weathered a brutal assault.
Ah, yes. Finally.
Sorry I'm late, though I would not have been had anyone thought to notify me in advance.
As I was saying, it was only with your aid that we weathered this assault. Without it, the Crystarium and all who dwell here would now be gone.
For each we saved, another perished. If there is anything else we can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. This is our home too, and we want nothing more than to keep it safe.
Thank you. We are blessed to have you with us. As for the attack itself, Vorthri may call it divine retribution, but Sin Eaters are creatures of instinct. A coordinated assault is unprecedented. Moreover, in the absence of a Light Warden, there should have been no compulsion for lesser Sin Eaters to congregate here en masse. All of which points to a single, unavoidable conclusion.
That these minions of light answer to a higher power. He who did claim kinship with them, who did boast of control, not in idleness, 'twould seem, but in earnest. Lord Vorthri.
Indeed. What I mistook for bluster was in fact the truth. The Sin Eaters are his to command. But if he imagines this show of force will convince us to bend the knee, he is sorely mistaken.
I take it your meeting in Yulmore did not end well.
You could say that, yes. But I am wiser for the experience nevertheless. It appears he has mastered a technique which allows him to enslave the minds of others. A fact I discovered when he attempted to use it on me.
That would go some way towards explaining the peculiar reverence afforded him by his subjects. There may feasibly be a handful of true believers among them, I suppose, but it would not surprise me if the vast majority were in his thrall.
Had I not anticipated his treachery, I might well have joined them. But seeing his invitation for what it was, I sent a glamour in my stead. I rather doubt such tricks will avail me a second time, however.
Did you have any luck tracking down the Light Warden in Calusia?
Sadly, I have nothing to report on that front. What of Armorang?
After a fruitless few days scouring ruins, I resorted to asking the locals. While no one I spoke to had seen any sign of the Warden, I did uncover a possible lead. An abandoned mine in Western Armorang. From what the Maud told me, it would be a perfect place to stay out of sight. Of course, I could never hope to explore such a labyrinth quickly or safely on my own, so I returned here.
Even should we all join in the endeavor, an exhaustive search could take weeks, and with no guarantee of finding anything.
The Wardens harbor vast reservoirs of primordial light, do they not? Far beyond anything found in lesser sin-eaters. And isn't it true that the Oracle could see the light of a sin-eater from miles away? Surely a Warden would seem like a blazing beacon by comparison. To the real Oracle of Light, I mean. The real Menphilia. If we travel to Armorang, to the south where she halted the flood, I could summon her back. What do you think?
Don't.
Don't what? Do what I can. What we both know is right.
Do not presume to know my mind. You have no idea what you're proposing.
But I do. I know why you never said anything. Because you thought you could keep me safe by keeping me in the dark. And maybe I thought so too. But I knew, Thancred. I always knew.
Oh, I see. I thought you were a rather underwhelming reincarnation. But it all makes sense now. The Oracle lies dormant within you, doesn't she? But to draw on her true power, you must become one, both body and soul. To wit, one being must consume the other. Who shall be the lucky winner?
This doesn't concern you, Ascian.
But it plainly concerns you. Which is why your heart is ready to burst out of your chest.
Say what you want about Emmett. I don't know if he's a villain or anti-hero or just a plain villain or something. But at the very least, when this character got involved in Shadowbringers and with these other characters, he's an interesting character. Complex. At least there's something different. At least more than what I saw in Heaven's Word, or Reborn, Stormblood. I give it that. Anyway.
Despite the raging tempest in your bosom, however, you have never once opened up to your young charge. Now, why would that be? Love. Well, I for one think it's a marvelous idea. Certainly more promising than any of your other suggestions. So, it's off to Armorang we go.
I'll meet you at the gates.
We get some plot progression. I'm happy. Okay. If this is the course you've agreed on, I will not object. Though I am afraid it will be difficult for us to spare any of the guard to accompany you. I can but promise that you will be well looked after upon your return. Just see it that you do return, alright? If I had only been able to locate Colusio's Light Warden, it might not have come to this. I can't imagine what Thancred must be feeling to behave this way. To say he's changed since coming here would be an understatement. He may as well be a different person. He reminds me of... He reminds me of Father. He argued with us for months about our plan to go to Eorzea. But in the end, he accepted our decision. I do hope he's doing well. Nephilion demonstrated impressive resolve just now. It seems that she understands what must be done, though I do wonder if she is truly prepared to make the choice. Should she falter, it will fall to Thancred to guide her, however much she wishes it were otherwise. Though Thancred had long known whither this path doth lead, his journey had brought him no closer to acceptance. will you never grow tired of shuffling your feet? If you have something to ask me, tell me about Zodiark. As I told you before, Zodiark is the creation of my people, the first people. We summoned him, as your kind might summon a primal, albeit an infinitely more powerful one. And like one of your primals, he tempered us. It was only natural. There is no resisting such power. And so, we Ashians came to exist solely to bring about the rule of darkness. His darkness. Of course, some would call us evil for it, and they would be fools. Though that is only to be expected, given their innate ability to conceive of the nature of our universe. But I believe I'm repeating myself. Do you not trust me to speak honestly? Do you hope to catch me in a lie? Really, I have no need of deception. And even if I did, I assure you, you would find it quite indistinguishable from the truth. Oh, Emmett, you kind of remind me of Garrick from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Except, I think Emmett is more evil. Kinda. Anyway. I'm sorry to be so insistent, but I know this is the only way. If you're willing to give me a chance, come with us. Okay. Alright, let's find out this story moment here, okay? I'm actually curious what's gonna happen here. I don't know if it's gonna be a trial, but this is not the original Minfilia, but apparently they're trying to bring out the original Minfilia here. Again, I finally fixed the issues with the screen for being a different color. Okay. Let's see what happens next. Sorry for the wait. I'm ready now. And you're sure you want to do this? Completely sure. Look, no matter what happens to me, I'm sure that I don't want to go back to being who I was. I want to be stronger, strong enough to face my destiny. And I want to believe that I can play a part in saving this world. I hope you can find it in yourself to believe it, too. When you put it that way, how could we not? It is your decision to make. Just be sure that you are prepared when the time comes. If all are assembled, shall we depart? We'll follow your lead. What route would you have us take? About that, there's something I neglected to mention. I saw a Umoran airship coming into land over Amarang while I was on my way back to the Crystarium. No doubt the same vessel that bore Valtry's forces to Ratika. Meaning we can expect to encounter armed resistance on our journey through the region. Right. Now, Nabadarang lies in the southern reaches of Amarang, and there are two routes we can take to get there. The first is the eastern route, which would lead us past Mordsuk. The other is the western route, which would require us to pass through the Hills of Amber. Phil and I took the eastern route last time. Yes, that's the more well-trodden path. It also makes for easier traversal of the Nabat Severance. But we can't use it. If we did, we'd need to cross the Severance from a point nearby the inn at our journey's head. If the Omorans caught wind of our approach, it could very well bring them into contact with the inn and its patients, and we can be sure their activities would not meet with Vodthru's approval. It will make the journey more arduous, but I believe it would be safer to take the western route, which brings me to my proposition. While you make for the Hills of Amber in the west, I will draw the Omora's attention elsewhere, to an area in the east that I know to be uninhabited. That way, you'll have a chance at reaching Nabat Areng unopposed, and without risk to civilians. I cannot deny that it's a sound plan, but nor can I allow you to go alone. My skins will make your task at least somewhat easier, will they not? I will accompany you, as well. It will afford us a chance to have a proper conversation. And if I go with the others, I'm likely to say something Thancred will regret. Well then, we'll leave the work of distracting Vulture's forces to you. The rest of us will take the western route, and try to avoid attracting attention. With that in mind, I think it best that we follow the road from the bridges. We'll move faster with a solid path under our feet. We'll borrow a few tomorrow for our own journey. I'll leave the rest to you, Ophelia. Thank you. I'll try not to disappoint. So yep, we can finally do one of the fishing quests that are in this area. I was wondering when Amarang would come into play. It's coming in now, sooner than I hoped. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, as long as I make it to the next area, that's as far as I'll go for today, because it's already 10:30. Because the only way to access that area is to do the MSQs. That's the only way. There's like a gate that's blocking our progress, so we can't go that way yet. So we'll just do the story, which I don't mind. We need to move quickly. The longer the others need to keep the Amorans busy, the more likely they are to be caught. Would that we all had the surety of purpose. There you are. The gate leading to Amarang is just up ahead. In all the time I've been here, I've never ventured into the Hills of Amber. Not that I'm particularly intimidated by new lands at this point, but we have more than enough reasons to be cautious as it is. Keep an eye on Ophelia for me, would you? Okay, let's do this. Yep. If it's not for this MSQ, we can't go forward. Who shall walk among us upon our return, I wonder? Amarang lies just beyond the gate. We need only speak to the sentry. I'm ready. Let's go. Off so soon? You barely had time to recover from the battle. We got more pressing matters. Well, if you are certain, I'm hardly in a position to question you.
Take comfort in the bonds you share. Accept the pain when the time comes to part. Press on, for joy and sorrow walk hand in hand. Beyond Mount Garik lie the Hills of Amber, beneath which run hidden veins of mineral wealth. Or ran, at least. Mayhap they are spent. Or mayhap the ringing of hammers can yet be heard below.
That's great imagery right there. Looks like the Wild West, but it's not. The Wild Wild West. Sound though Mistress Alice's logic was, I fear the road less traveled had other perils in store for us. A village so near, how convenient. This place has been scarred by the flood too. Who can say what lies ahead? But whatever else this road may be, it is mine to travel. And I don't plan to take a moment of the time I spend upon it for granted. Okay, let's try something else. Let's do Black Mage. Yeah, we need to go to that Aetherite nearby. Let's finish it. I take it you're seeing what I'm seeing? Finding a village when you're hardly 10 paces to the hills is a surprising stroke of luck, especially given our recent fortunes. But you won't hear any complaints from me. Let's see if the folk who live here can tell us what to expect from the road ahead. Okay. 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 We're gonna keep going just a little longer. You sell? No. No, you are no merchant. But then, why do I know your face, hmm? Oh, I remember! You spent Voivod gold! Such a coin purse, cracking. You're already a legend among more traders. You're a traveling merchant, then. Can you tell us anything of this village? Of course, anything for our valued customers. This place is Garrick. Before the flood, it was home to many miners. After, not so many. Now, none. So Master Gengen borrowed the village, made it into a trading post. Very convenient location. In which case, you all must be familiar with the local roads, correct? We're on our way to Nabatarang ourselves. If you continue south from here, will we have any difficulties reaching it? Oh, yes, great difficulty. The flood rent the stone and crushed the mines surrounding Nabatarang. Only steep cliffs and collapsed tunnels remain. Oh no. But surely there must be some way. Do you think any of the other Mord might have some sort of hidden route? Perhaps. You ask, they tell. Tell for free, even, to friends of our best customer. Wonderful. Thank you for your help. Well then, best customer, let's see what information your reputation buys us. Oh boy. Yep. Okay. I've got it! I'll lead by asking how business is, then mention you, and then ask about the route. That should work, right? Yeah. For Nabatarang, airship is best. Nothing is faster than an airship. The Amurs have one, I hear. You can ask them to take you. Okay. Okay. If we're not lucky enough to encounter anyone who knows a route to Nabatarang here, perhaps they can at least point us in the direction of others who might. Yep. Okay, where is the last NPC we gotta talk to? But yeah, this game does have its own share of different environments, at least. Is there somebody behind here? Is there an interior or something we have to go to? Nope. Where is that last NPC we gotta talk to? Usually they have a marker, but sometimes it's not obvious. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm afraid I've learned little use of how to reach Nabatarang. The Amoran presence, though, that's another matter. Apparently, though their army is definitely in Amarang, there have been no sightings of Amorans at all in the hills of Amber. Perhaps we can take that as a sign that Alice's plan has borne fruit. Did you have any better luck finding us as a route forward? Oh yeah, we got some notes. No notepads? Okay. So these are our options. Well, what do you think? You can try the gondola. Might die, but hey. Yet aside, the trolley seems the most feasible. It does seem to be the least risky of our options, and I can't imagine one gate is enough to thwart you. I'd like to know a bit more before we dash off into search of it, though. Perhaps Zunzun can offer some insight. Okay, so yeah, we just have to make it to this twine here. That's all we need to do, so it's easier to come here next time. Let's do Reaper. Why not? Okay, where is... Alright, Zunzun. Oh, valued customers! Were the other more of help? Sort of. Of a fashion. They told us of a trolley that runs to Nabatarang, at least. But am I correct in thinking that there was a reason you did not do so yourself, when first we asked? Yes. The gate, you see. It is impassable. Before, there was a hulking thing of stone, the Talos. It opened the gate, they say. But none operate such a thing now. I do not even know if it yet exists. I do not know, but you should travel east to Mount Biran Mines. That is where the trolley controls stand. I still see miners there from time to time. If anyone knows what happened to the Talos, it would be them. Thank you. You've been a great help. Yes, Dimitri, yes, we got lucky. An anonymous gifter, thank you. They can now use those emotes again. Although, Dimitri, I don't know if you can use that Prime thing before that happened, but still, thank you. I'm just gonna finish off this one quest here. Hopefully this will be enough to get us to this checkpoint here, because there's a teleporter here we get to. We're off to Mount Biran then. Let's hope that someone will be there to answer our questions. Yeah, we actually got gifted subs for one. And by the way, Dimitri, I made this promise that if you reach this sub goal 25 that I just set now, I'll have to play League of Legends for at least 2 hours minimum. But I'll do up to 2 to 4 hours. It's gonna be an interesting, reluctant experience, to say the least. So you can look back on this VOD later when I said that. Yay. By the way, Dimitri, hope you enjoy the visuals here. I finally experienced this area for the first time. Not yet, we're currently 10 out of 25. We're currently 10 right now, we need to reach 25. I'm not increasing that anymore. Mayhap the pall of light is the root of this land's desolation. Or mayhap the fault lies with man and his insatiable greed. What a sight. Oh, pardon me. It's a bit daunting, isn't it? It's great visuals, though. The scale of the track is impressive. I'll give them that. Now, we only need to follow it until we have to come to the mines. It was 20, Dimitri, but I decided to be a little greedy. If anything, Dimitri, just that little bit of selfishness is gonna help me reach the... He's gonna show me a payout for next month. I don't know if you noticed, Dimitri, but I don't always get payouts, so I'm just being a little greedy. Just forgive me this once. I'm not gonna make the goal any beyond 25. Nope, not this time. I haven't reached that sub goal. I haven't reached the sub number 10 in a while either. So, yeah. Hope we had more people. I hope the audience starts to grow a little bit more. Okay, so we gotta cross that bridge there. Bit of a mess, isn't it? Okay, you know what? I have no choice but to finish off this MSQ here. Even if I don't make it to the checkpoint, I'm running out of time, so this will be my last. Yeah, I'm looking at time here. Nope, it's going too long. Bit of a mess, isn't it? But the mechanisms for dispatching the trolley are here, just as Zun Zun said. Unfortunately, anyone who might know how to use them is not. We might wait for Zun Zun's mysterious miners to appear, or have a look around and see if you can deduce anything useful in their absence. I'm in favor of the latter. Something near the entrance to the mines for Prokot, orient your eye. Meet us there if you find anything. Where is this thing? Where is this Oh, there you go. Investigate. It's a good thing I leveled all these jobs ahead of time. Oh, of course. Gotta wait for these enemies to go beyond the range. Come on, stop chasing me, Coyote. Wow, this Coyote is still chasing me. Thank God. Okay, here we go. Where's the next area to investigate? Usually there's a visual clue. Oh, here we go. Conspicuous cup. Okay. Okay, I already know where the last one is. Okay. I already know where the last one is. I think I saw it. There it is, the trolley. Okay, just kill this enemy. Okay. Alright, Orion J. That's what I meant by leveling up ahead of time, so you don't have this issue. Okay. Ah, what hast thou disconcerned? I see. Indeed, thine observations are consistent with mine own. But let us refrain from further discussions ere our comrades arrive. Ample evidence of recent maintenance, and lukewarm tea besides. The levers for switching tracks looked like they were in good condition, though I couldn't move them myself. No ordinary person could, I think. It is my belief that no person is meant to. This Talos beareth more than a passing resemblance to golems of the source, nor doth it appear to be the sole example of its kind. The proliferation of Talos fragments, as well as the enormity of the mechanisms here, suggests a considerable number were once in operation. Alas, this specimen and its fellows now lie lifeless and broken, and I know not how to repair them, that they might facilitate our passage through the gate. And without the aid of the Talos, even if thou wert somehow able to unbar the trolley's path, it would still have no means of propelling it. We might not know how to repair the Talos, but someone must. Otherwise, why keep everything else in working order? Whoever is maintaining the cars on rails must know something that we don't. Let's ask them what it is, shall we? I do believe you'll find a person of some interest skulking in the shadows behind the warehouses on the northwestern side of the tracks. While you two have a friendly chat, the rest of us will generally encourage those to the south to come out of hiding. Defend yourselves as necessary, of course, but do try to keep everyone in one piece. Off we go, then. Okay. Where is... Oh, suspicious man, huh? Wicked White! Where did you come from? No, never mind that. You have no business here. Of that I'm sure. Oh. Easy. It does pay off to level up ahead of time. Can I jump over this? Yep. I feel a bit bad for them. They elected to take up arms against us, though the outcome was plain from the first. Good to hear. These two weren't much trouble either. Let's see what they have to say for themselves. Us? Weren't the brigands come to take what isn't ours? Do we honestly look like we need to steal? What, some rusted bits of iron? Don't be absurd. We're not here to rob you. A likely story. You look, well... You don't look normal. That's for certain. You don't have any wares, so you're clearly not merchants. Travelers never passed this way. The only reason you would come all the way out here is to strip the machinery for parts. Oh, Taff, I have an idea. What if, once upon a time, a lovely lady of noble birth ventured forth in search of her lost love, joined by her two most loyal servants, sworn to follow her unto world's end. On their journey, they met a sorcerer, as ancient as time itself. Moved by the lady's devotion, he offered to be their guide, and they turned up here somehow. I can only assume that you're being intentionally obtuse, but in the unlikely event that's a serious conjecture, no. I suppose I am a bodyguard of a sort, but we have rather larger concerns than fairy tale romances. I would fain hear more of this ageless sorcerer and his heroic deeds. Gods, God grant me strength. If I may, we're actually searching for a means by which to travel to Nabadarang. We're hoping that the trolley here might offer a solution. I realize that we haven't gone off to the best of starts, but if you know anything about how we might get it working again... The trolley? The trolley? You should have led with that. We're always keen to discuss the trolley. We're both engineers in training, in fact. Jarek and Taff at your service. Technically, I'm a miner, and he does repair work, but our true passion is the trolley. We're working with a few other folks to get it up and running again. And before you ask, yes, it's true that there's little in need of transport these days, but that's no reason to consign a miracle of mechanical innovation to dust. The mere sight of it traveling the track once again will make hearts sore. Mark my words. You'll hear no argument from us. What progress have you made thus far? Not as much as we'd like, truth be told. Well, is there anything we could do to assist you? We could gather materials or help put pieces together? It's a sight more complicated than that, I'm afraid. If you spoke with Magnus, you'd understand. He's the only one with full knowledge of the trolley's operation. I suppose you could speak with him, if you like. We'll introduce you. Very well. Our options are limited, and if this Magnus can explain whatever is preventing the trolley from being restored, I'd like to hear it. Right, it looks like you'll be following us back to Twine, then. Oh boy, I thought this was gonna be the last one, but nope. It's where the teleporter is at, the Etherite. We have to do it. We have to do it. Yep, the Twine is right there. We gotta do it. Yep. A quest for a lost love. Perhaps that could have been me, had things been different. Dost thou seek the sorcerer's wisdom, young one? Come to think of it, Orangir always was fond of fairy tales. To be honest, I'm impressed that you thought of the trolley to begin with. So few seem to these days. Too used to living without it, I suppose. Okay, we're going. If you're ready, we can leave right now. Though, you haven't seen another fellow around here, have you? I thought you'd have come out by now. You think you'll be alright? That's, well, I suppose we did force your hand a bit. I'll have a look, just in case. You going ahead, Vav. Alright? Looks like it'll just be you, a lot, and me, then. Try not to let anything take a bite out of you on the way out of the rail yard. Okay, here we go. We're going to the Twine. Let's do... ninja, why not? Yeah, I thought I was gonna end it here, but because they are heading to the Twine where we need to go, might as well just go for it. So, Dimitri and anybody else, if you guys are still listening, I have a few options. We could probably do Void Crew with randoms, if necessary, or Marvel Rivals. Those are the two options that I can think of. I don't know if it's easy to find any people to play Marvel Rivals right now, but those are the two things that I'm thinking on my mind right now. I wish I had more time, but you get the point. Damn, that's smarts. Did he have to dump me so hard? I'll be feeling that for the next fortnight at least. Not to be done about it now, though. I pointed your over-eager companions in the right direction, and they've gone on ahead. So we need to get moving. Normally, we walk atop the tracks, but seeing as the young lady has a much shorter stride, that's more perilous a route than I'm comfortable suggesting. Wouldn't want anyone falling through the gaps. Of course, the low road presents other dangers. But having been on the receiving end of your friend's blows, I'm not worried on that account. Okay. Okay. Good thing I leveled up ahead of time. Thank God. So easy for these enemies to just get attracted to me. Okay. We're almost to the Aetherite. Here we go, let's do it. Wait a moment. I think I hear something. Yes, this random enemy getting in the way. What you were saying? Oh! That's something. Alright, run. A gibbering coyote. Okay. Yep, just as I thought. Okay. Yeah, there's the twine. Daff is in trouble again. Okay. Pays off to be ahead of time. Sorry about that. I'll admit, I didn't expect this route to be quite so fraught with danger. We're nearly to Twine, though, so we should make it without further incident. Okay. Alright, here we go. We finally make it to the Twine. We're gonna wrap things up here. We finally make it to the teleporter. Oh, there's the Aether Current. Yeah, let's take care of that. Yeah, these are the things you gotta get in order to fly here later. You will need it. Okay, just do this quickly. Great visuals, by the way. Okay, so Amarang has one more. Yeah, one more. I don't know where it is. Southeast, okay, so... Okay, we can get that later. It's no big deal. Okay. Okay. Testament to man's resilience, that civilization may yet be found at the very edge of the world. Odd to find a place like this still occupied. We must have come dangerously close to being consumed by the flood. The town is small, but everything in it seems so purposeful. It's amazing. Okay, let's do this quickly. Looks great, by the way. This is it! Welcome to Twine! The original dwellings were built to house those laborers tasked with building the track. Over time, miners came to seek their fortunes, and that's what made the town grow to what you see before today. But it was still the trolley that brought them here. As you have doubtless noticed, the track goes to the very heart of the town. It was the heart of the town, back when the trolley still carried everyone home at the end of each hard day in the mines. Now there is no trolley, nor much work to be had in the mines, for that matter. The only residents that remain are the destitute, the delusional, and those with nowhere else to go, or so they say. That should give you some indication what to expect when you meet Magnus. As I said, it'll help you understand why we can't get the trolley running. Just don't expect too much aside from that. Well, that's encouraging. But I don't see that we have much choice. Let's go and meet the man. Okay, do we get a cutscene with Magnus? This is Magnus. He's our boss. Of a fashion. Oh, he's been drinking. Yeah. Who are you supposed to be? Never seen the 3 of you in my life. Or the 4 of you. Wicked White. If you're going to bother me, at least have the damn courtesy to stand still. He thinks this one is deep in his cups. These are my guests, Magnus. We ran into them at the mines. They're looking for a way to reach Nabatarang, so they came to ask about the trolley, you see. What? There's nothing in Nabatarang. Not anymore. And especially not for frail little girls. Give it up. No, we must reach Nabatarang. I must. Bah, so you have your heart set on it. The world doesn't care. The place is a ruin, nothing more. And you're not getting there in the trolley. The thing doesn't run on hopes and dreams. We're not fools. It's necessity that drives us to Nabatarang. If you insist that the trolley is not an option, at least tell us why. No, I'm sick of people asking me about that blasted thing. Leave me be. We'll speak outside. I'd be lying if I said that I didn't expect that. But for what it's worth, I'm sorry. Piss off. He's drunk. We can continue from here next time. I sense there is more to this belligerent drunk and his tale. Stubborn arse. He only said that because he thinks I'm weak. And he's right. But I can't be. I won't be forever. There has to be some way. I must find it. Okay. Gemstone. There you go. Okay, we can finally continue from here next time. It's good to know there's a teleporter nearby. Perfect timing, if I say so myself. I think there's an NPC or something here, but I don't have access to that yet. It's no big deal. Okay, so yep, I'm gonna wrap things up with this game now. I have to continue it next time. With more time, obviously. But anyway, we have a choice to make here. It's almost 11, or it's gonna be 11 here in a moment. But what can we do for the last hour? Ready or Not did get a patch, but I don't have the Dark Waters DLC, unfortunately. It's still on my wish list for now. I would like to give it a try after this patch, but no, I'm just still saving up my money here. We could check out Joyville too and see if it. Apparently, this game has been out for a few days. Interesting. Unlike the first game, this isn't free. So yeah, we got only an hour, so it's Marvel Rivals or Void Crew. Is there anybody playing Void Crew on VC there? That's my guess. Yeah, when it comes to Marvel Rivals, I don't know if anybody would be on at this time. I think most of you guys are sleeping at this point, so I can't really blame you there. Yeah, trying to create a VC is not an option in the official server. You have to find an empty one and hope for the best. Yeah, trying to find an empty VC in that game. Yeah, I have to scroll down a lot, like Latin America. There are some open VCs on... Yeah, there are some free VCs on Latin America onwards. It's the only option. So, yeah, those are our two options here. Either Marvel Rivals or Void Crew. Void Crew, you need an hour at least to do missions in that game. So sorry, Void Crew needed at least an hour to do a run. Marvel Rivals, you don't need an hour, but I'm not sure if anybody's on to play this game with us. So I can find randoms, but it's good to have at least one or two. But I'm not sure if you're gonna get anybody today, especially at this time. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it's Void Crew, Marvel Rivals, or Starship. Yeah, I included Starship because it doesn't take that long. Yeah, Void Crew is takes an hour. Yeah, I think most people are asleep at this point. Yeah, I could try Marvel Rivals the next day. You can do Starship Troopers for old time's sake, because why not? Yeah, I can do Starship Troopers. I think most people that I know are asleep right now, so I'll just do this game instead. Agni Prime in Starship Troopers is the least optimized map in the entire game. The frame rate is not good, but it's still playable. Okay, let's do this. The good news is I finished the grind for the sniper in this game. I finished doing the sniper in this game, so I got the sniper rifle already. And the only other thing that I'm interested in doing this game now is the ranger. I've been doing some leveling on that. Again, no rush. And the fact that I finally finished leveling Final Fantasy XIV, I don't have to worry about doing as much time in that game now. I can finally experience the story. And in 1 hour, we already experienced so much, and I'm happy. So yep, I'm doing Starship Troopers again as a bonus. I was hoping to do Marvel Rivals or Marvel Rivals or Void Crew, but it looks like most people that I know are asleep right now. So I'm gonna do this instead. So yeah, I've done Medic, I've done Sniper, I've done Engineer and Guardian all the way through. I got the most important weapons unlocked. So now the only thing I'm interested to do Ranger now. I'm only level 3 right now, but I do like the fact that the Ranger does have a rally beacon. Kind of similar to what Squad does, in a way, and some other games where you can spawn there. So every class does have its benefits, especially when you die and respawn. So yeah. When it comes to I think Morita MK1 is still the best gun so far. This Morita MK1 carbine, it doesn't seem to be much better. I mean, it does... The damage it causes, I don't know. It has reflex sight, quick reload magazine, FMJ rounds compensator, extend magazines. It doesn't have much difference compared to this. This one has more ammo. Or, actually no, it has the same. The Morita MK1 has slightly more. Why is that accuracy medium higher? Oh, it has worse range, too. Worse range. Okay. So we're just gonna do quick play. Do whatever the game wants us. I don't have any join requests, so... Here we go. Now, when it comes to Marvel Rivals, I haven't had the chance to play that game on my own time yet. But I may have no choice but to go to other VCs to find people. Oh, we're doing advance. Okay. Hopefully we can join this game.
we interrupt our regularly scheduled judicial program to bring you live footage of the assault on Agni Prime, where the Deep Space Vanguard are striking deep into the heart of this hellacious planet.
Yeah, this map is not optimized at all. Oh, and we don't join. This is another big nitpick I have with this game. Is that you think you're going to join and the game says, nah. I'm surprised they haven't fixed that yet. Okay, quick play again. I really am at the mercy of this game because I don't know what mission we'll get. I'll just take whatever is available. Yeah, they do have some interesting perks. Bloodlust. We regenerate health after every successful kill in close quarters. Oh, that's interesting. But how much health do you get back? That's the question. Oh, we're doing another advanced secure. Okay. At least it's hard difficulty, so more rewards.
The Deep Space Vanguard has deployed in full force to Agni Prime to retake the scorched planet in the name of the Federation. Stay frosty, troopers.
Hopefully you can actually load in this time.
HQ wants an assault and secure op, Brimstone 1.
Yeah, this map is not optimized at all.
And move to the next objective in order. Let's hit them hard and
Yeah,
fast.
this GPU always runs really hard on this map.
Loading fresh mag.
Frame rate is not very
It's
good.
kind of bugged right now, but if you change your loadout and the drop ship, just change to another class and then change back, you'll be able to see it instead of flying.
Can't wait to see what the Ranger can do in higher levels. I like this Morita gun. It's a point and shoot type of gun, especially at close range. It's fun.
Move it. Don't be that side, don't be that side.
Troopers, reinforcements are limited, so
That's right, you'll learn
keep
that,
everyone alive down there.
Vulture 1 is RTB. Payload is on the deck.
Despite the frame rate, I can still play this.
Attention, elevated arachnid threat levels have been detected. Lead signal booster has been set. Determine location around the booster.
Loading fresh mag.
It's fun to be back in this game to do some fun arcade action.
Additional supplies have been made available.
I love this gun.
Changing magazines.
Come for you, buddy.
so many of them spawning in.
Good capture, Brimstone 1. Next objective is now available. Rearm and move to the next objective location.
Changing magazines.
Fire out. Signal booster.
At least they fixed the advanced secure modes, because it's now completable.
Clear the drop zone.
Before you can't even complete these because the exterminate arachnids objective doesn't work. It works, but sometimes it fails spectacularly. So they got rid of that, so we get other objectives instead. At least it's possible. And I'm so glad that the Final Fantasy XIV story is back on track finally after all this time.
Elevated arachnid threat levels have been detected. Brimstone 1, distance higher. Let's start filling some canisters, people. Move out!
Reloading! Changing magazines! Reloading! Changing magazines! Changing mags!
I'm having fun. If you want fun arcade action and it's not too grindy, this game is for you, even if it's not optimized.
Resources ready.
Can't wait to get the machine gun, because I already have that unlocked.
Binary activated.
Yeah, the frame rate is not the best right now.
Resources ready.
Very simple objectives. And for those of you that are wondering, yes, I have played Helldivers 2. But I'm not a big fan of that game. It's just the progression and the gameplay loop I don't care about. This game, while it's more straightforward and it has some build mechanics, I'd rather do this game instead. I don't know what to tell you. Alrighty, simple game.
Brimstone 1, we have reports of plasma bombardment in the region. Check the TAC map for the coordinates.
I had the machine gun. I wish I had the machine gun. Hope that Guardian can stay alive. Nope. Nope. At least I get enough XP so I can level up, you know. Camp the bunker. This is fun. Oh god, they still keep coming. My god, they're still coming. Wow. Oh my god. So many of them.
Get up, trooper. This war isn't gonna fight itself.
That was an amazing Starship Troopers experience.
I cannot believe you say that.
I don't know how many kills you guys got from that, but it'll help your progression if you're doing that.
I wonder how many my suicide bomb kills got.
You will make the Federation proud.
Changing mags.
Plasma bugs have been exterminated. Continue with the mission.
This is a beautiful game.
Element detected. Resources ready. Noble sacrifice delayed. Refinery activated.
Get back in the fight.
Never gets old.
Good capture, Brimstone 1. Next objective is now available. Rearm and move to the next objective location. Fire out. Clock is ticking, Brimstone 1. Let's get the base up and prepare for incoming. Be advised, arachnid threat levels have risen.
Reloading! Changing mags!
Fire, Mobile HQ is transmitting, and we have a fix on your location. Arc is en route.
Changing mags!
Beautiful.
1, this is Vulture 1. Payload is loaded up and en route. Stay clear of the drop zone.
Alright, I'm gonna finish up this show with this.
This is Fire. Build tools out on the double, Brimstone 1. You have incoming arachnid
Yeah, we're gonna
threats
finish
with
off
no
with this.
time to lose.
I would have
Move
loved
it.
to have done Marvel Rivals
Vulture
or
1 is
green
RTB.
screen,
Payload
but
is
I
on
don't
the
think
deck.
it's worth it. Most people are asleep by now. But thank you, Anonymous Gifter, for the subs again. Thank you. Do I build 2? You may see. Of course I do. Okay, here you go. Let's finish this mission off. Is there any high ground? Well, sorta. I don't have the jetpack like the sniper, but maybe there's a little boost will help.
30-second warning before the arc slams. Ten seconds until the arc is activated.
Oh, not easy to climb that freaking mountain. Maybe the sniper would have had a better chance,
Data
but
from the
whatever.
seismic pulse looks good. Expect a horde inbound to your location. ETA, now. Warning, arachnid threat levels have increased.
It's only a forward momentum type of weapon. It's fine. Clever tactic. Absolute chaos. Yeah, it was worth it. At least we made it to the end of that mission. Don't worry about healing. Just make it to the dropship. At least one person has to make it. Don't stop running, demolitionist. One person has to make it. Oh, good. We made one person made it. Thank God. Whoever's in the dropship, don't get out. Likely will get anybody else. Yep. Yep. One person makes it. Good job. Good job, BBQ. Good job, BBQ and everybody. And yeah, look at the frame rate at this victory screen. Oh, awful. But here at the results screen, completely fine. 2000. Good. Finally made it to level 5. Yep. Agni Prime is always frame rate issues in this one. Okay, how much progress? Did we get anything new from level 5? Nope. Still no access to the other guns like the machine gun yet. Nope. Not yet. Oh, you need to play more. What's the point of the more to MK carbine? It's a bit worse. Slightly worse. But yeah, I gotta wrap things up here. I was hoping to have started earlier today, but I'm still feeling exhausted and tired for the last 2 days. But the good news is, Final Fantasy XIV is back on, and we're gonna be doing Marvel Rivals. And Marvel Rivals again. I was hoping to have done it tonight, but no. But this game I also love, even casually. And tomorrow hopefully I'll be dressed up again. Yeah, Starship Troopers. This Starship Troopers game is definitely not like Helldivers 2 anyway. It's different. But I would rather do Starship Troopers despite all the flaws here, because at least you get rewarded for doing the grind in this game. It's not that bad actually. It's pretty straightforward. But at least the experience of fighting against enormous odds is very satisfying in this. And you get to do it with more than 4 players. It's really cool. I've already done the grind for Medic, Sniper, Engineer, and Guardian already. And I'm doing Ranger because it's fun. The thing I like about the Ranger, at least based on what I've seen, is the rally beacon. It can be very useful. I wish I had boost jets that can help climb places, but then again, it would be too overpowering. But I digress. Yeah, but anyway, it's been a blast here. I thought I could do Marvel Rivals or Void Crew, but I think most of the people that I know are offline right now. Also, we did fix the screen going orange. Apparently that Flux program that I have apparently causes that issue. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to get rid of it. It's been pretty useful. So I have to use the nightlight settings that Windows has instead of Flux, because apparently it causes a visual issue for you guys. Oh well. So yeah, anyway, it's been fun, but I gotta wrap things up here. It's been fun, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully I can start a little earlier. I hope. And we will do Final Fantasy XIV again, longer this time. Can't wait to see the rest of that story.